Hey guys, John Holiday here, working on some yellow brick road stuff. Today I want to go through a concept I call 65, 75, 85, 95, 5. I'm just going to draw it out for you. So here I am, me and my iPhone and my trusty four-colored pen. So let me see if I can do some writing real quick. Try to make this look decent. 65, 75, 85. That doesn't work too good. 95 and 5. This is what I call my philosophy of running an ambulance call. And basically what it is a breakout of percentages of how any call of an ambulance call will fall into a knowledge category. 65 is actually 65%. So it's 65% of all ambulance calls can be done with what I call ambulance driver skills. And ambulance driver skills is your ability, well, it's people skills, common sense, and your ability to lift and move. So that's it. 65% of all ambulance calls can be ran without any medical skills whatsoever if you have people skills, use common sense, and can lift and move people. Because basically, face it, an ambulance ride is a taxi service that picks up sick or injured people and carries them from point A to point B. So you have to be able to lift and move, you have to have some common sense about it, you do have to have some people skills. The next category, which bumps it up to 75%, which means it's a 10% increase, is Emt-Basic, or we'll just put EMT. EMT moves you from 65 to 75, and EMT consists of, in the state of Alabama anyway, 26 scopes of practice and 3 drugs. And you also get to assist in 3 more drugs. So 26 scopes of practice, 3 drugs, and 3 assist drugs moves you from 65% to 75%. So if you have the ability to lift and move, have common sense, have people skills, do your 26 scopes of practice and push 3 drugs, you can run 75% of all calls. Bumps up to 85% in an area called advanced EMT. And advanced EMT covers what we covered here, covers that, and adds 4 more scopes of practice and 11 more drugs. So the focus is those 11 drugs right there in advance. And 85% of all calls can be ran with this clump of skills, that clump of skills, and that clump of skills. So moving right along, we move to 95% of all ambulance calls can be ran with, Alabama doesn't teach it anymore, but they still acknowledge the old school National Registry intermediates. I'm just going to put intermediate. And that bumps your skill set up to 3 more scopes of practice. No more drugs. Stays the same as the advance. And so you move from 85 to 95 with just 3 more scopes of practice. So there we go. 95% of all ambulance calls can be ran from an intermediate level. 85 from an advanced level, 75 from an EMT, and 65% could be ran with no license whatsoever, just the ability to drive the ambulance, the ability to pick them up, put them in the ambulance, have some common sense and some people skills, and take them to the hospital. Now that leaves this little itty bitty number over here. Instead of putting 100, I put 5. 5 5%, I can't draw either, 5%, the last 5% is your paramedic skills. And the reason I inverted the number there to 5%, only 5% of the time do you use your paramedic skills as a paramedic. And your paramedic skills consist of 3 more scopes of practice. Now this is in Alabama, it varies from state to state. And 17 more drugs. It takes you 2 years to get all the way through this. And the majority of those 2 years are spent in this last category right here. Learning 3 more scopes of practice and 17 drugs. So you spend a good part of a year or more learning this part right here, and you only use it 5% of the time. Now that's kind of crazy, isn't it? Well, you still have to know this, because that could happen. You definitely need to know that, because 95% of all ambulance calls can be run with that. And this gets some foundation, this gets a lot of foundation. 65% of all calls can be ran right here. So the moral of this story right here, what I call 65, 75, 85, 95, and 5, is you should learn this in a layered approach. You should get really good at this, then you should get really good at that, and then you should get really good at that, and then you should get really good at that, and then you should focus at getting good at this. Because this is what you're going to use the least. What we do most of the time is we do the reverse. We get really good at these skills and we suck at these skills. So I'm just saying as general disposition, not necessarily your case. I know you're the exception to the rule, whoever you are. So anyway, there you go, a video for healthy, wealthy, and free. I call it 65, 75, 85, 95, and 5. Did I say healthy, wealthy, and free? That is hilarious. That's another YouTube channel I have. This is the Yellowbird Road. Whoo, I'm confused. 65, 75, 85, 95, and 5. Anyway, this is a good starter point for the Yellowbird Road. Y'all have a good day. Talk to you soon.